What's up, guys? Laura from Africa, aka Roganizerin, back at you again. And today's video, I want to talk about why black pillars are not messiahs. I really want to get you guys to think about how ridiculous it is for you to be a male in the year of 2023, right? Still trying to do good for people, still trying to go out your way, open the door, saying hello to people. It's all a bunch of wasted time. Chatting with the daily person in general is just brain numbing, and it's just almost intolerable to just how stupid and dumbed down the human race is becoming. You have so many people who are wrapped up in this war with Israel, Hamas, right now. And they're just continuously arguing about it, arguing back and forth like it actually means anything, like what they say is going to change it. The way I look at it as no matter what's going on out in the outside world, no matter what's going on with people around you, the person who's really going to only have your back is yourself, really. Think about all the times you relied on people in your life to give you some good advice, right? To help you out, to support you, to be an emotional shoulder to lean on. And they've done nothing but disappoint you time and time and time and time and time again. Because if you're a black pillar, you're constantly faced with the upside downs of life. Which is why I say it's ridiculous to be at a certain point of the black pill and you're still trying to help and guide people. That's not your job. Because if you were supposed to be just helping people nonstop, trying to get people to grow, and evolve, don't you think you would have had more experiences with people to where they were tolerable and they actually took your advice? Don't you think you would have had better experiences with the outside world regarding human beings in general? If you're a person who hasn't had a bunch of good experiences with other human beings, right? If you're a person who's been shamed a lot for no reason, if you've been targeted, harassed a lot, etc., there's no need for you to really care about people that much. Am I telling you to be just a heartless, cold son of a bastard who just wants the world to burn and just wants to just take everything for themselves? No. What I'm saying is you need a bit of that ruthlessness to when it comes to developing your own self, keeping drama out of your life, keeping just the scourge of society out of your life, keeping worthless just people in general out of your life who don't provide you any good. The sad thing I see with so many young men these days, right, in our generation, and even younger, is so many of us are still trying to play these heroes, these fabricated characters that were given to us by the media, our parents, our peers. We're still constantly trying to play a character who gets crap on at the end of the day. It's nothing like how it is in the movies to where the good guy gets rewarded. No. You, especially as a black pillar, you're going to get rewarded with the bleakness. You're going to get rewarded with defeatism, the darkness of the world, the destruction. You're going to get rewarded with those things especially when you're trying to put your best foot forward and help people. That is one thing as a guy in this century, as of right now, you cannot be doing. There are so many disadvantages of being a male in certain societies, especially in the West, right? That can really ruin your life if you're trying to help people. You cannot have a optimistic mindset when it comes to dealing with certain people that you're familiar with. If people are from a certain neighborhood, if they're from a certain area, right? If they're from a certain nation, if they're of a certain belief, there's no point in dealing with them. Like the normies, the blue pillars and the red pillars. There's no point in dealing with these people because these people are still stuck on mundane and useless things that doesn't benefit the human soul and psyche at the end of the day. Constantly trying to put on the red cape and be somebody's Superman, especially a woman, right? Constantly trying to do that will bring you more devastation and despair that you've ever knew in your entire life. Just remember the times to where you tried to be courteous, you tried to be this upstanding human being in society, and you didn't receive anything from it. This is another thing that the slave mindset has for the individual in today's world is doing good without expecting anything back. This is one of the most hypocritical, self-defeating, and pathetic behaviors ever. If you aren't getting rewarded for your service in any type of form, even if it's just little, right? If you're not getting rewarded in any type of way, getting something out of it, a good experience, some type of thing you can benefit from, there's no point in you doing it. There's no point in doing anything that benefits the lives of others, especially as a black pillar, because our lives have been, for the record speaking, right, for the most of us, right, has been very dissatisfying, very just annoying to deal with the public in general, dealing with life in general. And what's worse is when you've done everything and you still don't see the results in your life that you're supposed to have. It doesn't matter if you've worked hard enough. It doesn't matter if you've worked on yourself tons and tons of times. It doesn't matter if you're trying to do everything correctly to get a woman. It doesn't matter the finance you have. At the end of the day, if your life has been filled with nothing but struggle, nothing but just endless suffering, there's no point in you wanting to help anyone really anyway. It hasn't gotten you anywhere. Like, when's the last time helping people, generally speaking, out a lot has gotten you something? Because you want to know something that's actually funny? The more you try to help people, the more you try to aid, the more you try to level and understand people as a black pillar, the more you get punished for it. The more you try to keep people out of your life that are of a certain lifestyle belief, right? The more you work on fixing yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, the more you focus on what you can gain from life overall versus what other people want, mostly, right? That is when really your life changes. That is when things start to look more clearer in your life. Just constantly arguing with yourself, fighting with yourself, guys, isn't going to do anything. Like, we know for a fact that the modern woman in this day and age, if they live, especially in certain places in the Western world, right, they're no good. We can dub all of them as just incompatible people, and that's that. We can dub the majority of society people that are into politics heavily, people that are into things like drinking heavily, smoking heavily, right? That are normies. They're all degenerates. We really need to start generalizing people more. And like what I just stated right now is a fact. Very simple. All these people in society, very low people, very garbage people. And we can call it at that and call it a day. We can't keep going back and forth on what people are good in our life. We can't keep going back and forth on if we should keep a certain person in our life or not. If they're of a certain lifestyle, if they have a certain mentality, if damn, and hell, if they're of a certain zodiac sign, to become even more superficial, right? Get rid of them. Anything. If you find any type of flaw in someone, right? If you find that they're not satisfying you in whatever department you need in life, whether that be financial wise, relationship wise, right? Dating wise, family wise, just get rid of them. And if this person lets you go out of their life, then so be it. You never needed them. They were useless to you at the end of the day. Because the people that are actually of value in your life, they're actually going to be a benefit and bring you things that actually help you grow as a person. Actually makes good memories for you to remember in this lifetime. Actually makes it to where life is less painful for you. Basically, a person who is a restoration point that you can go to. If they're not doing any of that, there's no point in keeping dead end loose people around. As black pillars, we live a very minimalistic and just, as Renegade number one once said, right? The black pill is a very just esoteric and minimalistic lifestyle, right? To where you aren't gonna have so many good moments with people. You're not gonna have so many friends. You're not gonna have good times with your family members. You're not gonna have too many good memories with certain women, if any. So when we really dive deep into the things that are holding us back, we can literally look around us and look inside ourselves and look at what's holding us back. We cannot afford to sacrifice, take risk, or compromise no further in our lives. Trying to compromise and take risk on having certain things in your life will always be a backfire. It will always be Ouroboros, meaning a snake that eats itself in Greek, right? And that's how so many people live in the modern day society. They are literally an Ouroboros, a snake that eats itself. Never learns from consuming itself. Stays in a constant cycle of battling its mind, battling the things they know they should get rid of. So I want to end the video on this note and just tell you guys to really just stop caring about what's going on in the world. Stop caring about other people's feelings so much because that shit isn't going to help you whatsoever anyway. We have to have a very bulletproof mindset. We have to be very militant in our goals that we want to try and accomplish still. And if it has to involve us getting rid of people, if it has to involve us not socializing with certain people in our lives, if it has to involve us having a bunch of time in isolation to ourselves, then so be it. We have to grow ourselves and see the results we want at the end of the day, because that's really all that matters, our results. We shouldn't care about anything else outside of the black pill and physical evidence. Results. That is the only thing black pillars should care about, is results. And if we aren't getting the physical manifestations and the mental tranquility that we're looking for, then we don't deal with it, whether it's a person, place, or thing. But you guys take care. And like I always tell you guys, stay the heck away from the modern woman. Thank you.